Hey up. Well, there's no one watching at the moment. It's just me. Just me. So I was testing my new camera out earlier. Well, it's not my camera. I was testing my mate's phone out to see if it was any better than mine. Some people said it was. Some people said it wasn't. I've been doing some searching on that jumbled tube that I told you about. Loving that. Videos and stuff. Hey, look, we've got some viewers. Hey up, and welcome to Callum's live broadcast in the corner. Actually, that's something we are going to have to sort out. I've had, hold up, I think I'm just going to need to get me a little drink. Should have thought about that, shouldn't I? But yep, we can do a little walk through the house as we go, can't we? Mum's taking herself upstairs, she's not keen. Doesn't like all this Facebooking. I think she's a bit jealous, if anything. Grab me some water. Probably should have thought about this. Never mind. Little living room going on. Telly. I do enjoy a bit of telly. Who doesn't? Let's be honest. So, I was going to chat to you tonight, wasn't I? About who I would most like to fight. But first I want to clear up something, because a few of you have been asking me, messaging me, you're not in the corner, why is it called Callum's Corner? Some of you are so literal. It doesn't mean that it's me sitting in the corner. No one puts Callum in the corner. It means it's Callum's Corner of the internet, a place where, lovers, poets, intellectuals can all meet and kind of listen to me, learn my knowledge, and enjoy themselves. So got that cleared up. We've got some messages going on there. Let's have a little look at what people are saying. Hey up Richard, hey up David Clark, Matty Marley, lovely, Harrison Simpkins and Liam Hill all in the house. Holly Toon, thank you very much. Eloise Kavanagh, how you doing? Jamie Lucas, I hope my man Andrew Reese is alright. He's in hospital at the moment. Reese, or was it Reese Andrew? Should look that up as well. He is in hospital, so I'm hoping he gets better. What's we got going on here? Joe Fielding. Hey up Donna. I was late. I'm sorry Liam, I was late. I'll tell you what happened. I found out Unilad shared another one of my videos, so I thought I'd just leave a comment on there. My self-defense video they've shared, so I thought, put something on there. See if anyone wants one-on-one coaching, they can come over to the page. What else have we got? Sam Newby, hey up lad, good to have you here. Do I like Iron Brew? Who doesn't, Harry? Who doesn't like Iron Brew? Nutritious and delicious. Lucas loves a bit of telly. Good. I hope we've got some Game of Thrones fans in here. You might know I'm a massive Thrones fan. Yeah, another one on Unilad sharing them. I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest with you. You've got to let them do what they want to do, haven't you? Give the public what they want. Charlie Faulkner, hey up. Ella, oi oi. Gareth is a spasmoid still, Luke, but he's going to be getting his. I've decided I'm going to do a little video. I'm going to take some dog shit that I found in the street and I'm going to go and smear it on his door, and I'm going to knock on the door and I'm going to run away. That will teach him. Spasmoid. Harry Scott, how you doing lad? Good to have you here. One of my best fans. Mikey wants to know my view on the economic climate. It's in turmoil at the moment, Mikey, but if we elect the right government to lead us in this post-Brexit world, it could actually be quite beneficial, is my feeling. But as long as we give in to the fear, then it's going to take us nowhere. Charlie Faulkner. Jay Woods love my 360 kicks. Thanks, Jay. I mean, what's not to love about them? Connor wants to know how I learned to crush M&Ms like that. Practice, chap, Connor. Practice. Also, trying to play the guitar, learning that, you need a lot of strength in your fingers for that, so it kind of goes hand in hand. Learn the guitar, crushing M&M. What else have we got going on here? Mason, love you too, famalam. Callum, that's an old one. Yes, my forehead is bigger than my future. Big whoop. Lewis Hayward. Who would win a fight at Ainsley Harriott or Gordon Ramsay? What a good question, Harry. On first glance, you think, oh, it's going to be Gordon Ramsay because he's got the aggression to him. But that Ainsley Harriott is a right mental bastard. I think he would just go mental, chicken oriental and chop Gordon Ramsay up and put him in a pie or something. Keelan, hey up. Harry Farmer. Michael, I'm giving you the shout outs, but look, for a minute, I need to talk about who I would fight. We've hit that 40,000 likes, which is fantastic. It's beyond my wildest dreams, and I thank each and every one of you for that. Now, I've been thinking about it carefully. I've made a top 3 for you on who I'd like to fight. Number 3 is going to be the West Ham United footballer and midfielder Mark Noble. I can't really say why Mark Noble makes me detest him as much as he does, but there is something in his face that screams spasmoid. He looks like he should be working on a fish market or something. He looks like the kind of guy who never would have left his little corner of London if he hadn't made it as a footballer. I just don't. Mark Noble, I would love a square goal with. I'm going to put that out there. Mark, if you're watching, get in contact. We can make a live bit of it. What else have we got going on then? That was my number 3 who I'd like to fight. Gosh, these comments come in quick and fast, don't they? Anyway, why is my phone? It's just continually buzzing at the moment, my phone. Not that I'm complaining, because it means people are watching and enjoying the site, but it does buzz an awful lot. Right, number 2. Ramsay Snow, or Bolton, as he pretended to be before he got his comeuppance. I would love a square goal with Ramsay Snow, Ramsay Bolton, just for what he did to Sansa, the psychopathic spasmoid. Me and him, long swords drawn, going at it, hammer and tong. I would love to defeat him. I would love Ramsay Bolton to bring it. Bring it, Ramsay. I would love that. Absolutely love it. But my number one absolute top person, if I'm going to have combat with anyone, is going to be Piers Morgan. If anyone knows him, or knows someone who knows him, get this to him. Tell him, I want to meet Piers Morgan. I would love to have a fight with Piers Morgan. He's a middle-class, mediocre, talented spasmoid. He's got a face, and I know I can't talk. You've all made it abundantly clear that my face and my head are grotesque. But he looks like a ball sack with smug, middle-class public schoolboy features on him. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Shut up, Piers, you posh bastard. He's a Tory, he's a smug, he's a private schoolboy. And I tell you what, he's one of those people who spoils rugby. I quite like rugby. It's a physical, it's an intense game. But there's a certain few kind of posh boys who turned rugby into not a sport anymore. It's just an excuse to quaff beer out of each other's jock straps, and Piers Morgan is one of them. Piers, if you're watching, bring it, you poxy spasmoid. I will take you anytime. And we're calm down now. Sorry, whenever I talk about Piers Morgan, what's this? Lucy Humphrey says, what about beefo? What is beefo? I don't fight my meat, I eat it. Or if beefo's a person, I don't know what I'll do. Who else have we got going on here? Ryan, you cannot suck my Tic Tac head. I think you'd struggle to get it in your mouth. At best you can lick it, but I'm not really keen on that, if I'm honest with you. Usual order from McDonald's. What a good question, Michael. I will have Big Mac. I will have large fries. Well, I'll have a Big Mac meal, large. I will have a Fanta with it, and I will have a side order of a large fries and a double cheeseburger. It's just perfect. It's perfect. It's just enough food to fill you up, and well, it's delicious, isn't it? Absolutely delicious. Up the hammers. Jason, I've got nothing against West Ham United as a club. In fact, I quite admire them. They're historic. They've had some fantastic players in their time. It's just Mark Noble. He looks like a fishmongering spasmoid. What else we got going on? Dylan Harper. but absolutely you can have a shout out. Why not? Daniel Owen, hey up. Ruben, good to see you here. Jamie, you're too kind. I don't know if I'm cool, but I'm glad to have you watching. Me versus Harambe. Why has someone always got to bring up this sodding Harambe thing? I made a mistake. I've said sorry about it. I'm not going to fight a dead gorilla, am I? I know he didn't fiddle kids now. He was trying to save it. Yes, okay. Jordan says, fight me, you count. Jordan, you mugged yourself off there. If you're going to type comments in here, at least make them make sense. Ryan, good to have you here. No one would punch you back, as it's a bit harsh to hit someone with disability, says Matt. Matt, I do not have disabilities. The only disability I have is being extra awesome. Whereas you, judging by a little photo, look like you're about 12 and have yet to touch a girl. So come back in a few years, lad, and we'll talk about it then. Lyndon, good to have you here. Who else have we got going on? Lucas Middleton has sent a little photo of a cat. Please don't send photos of a cat. I see them and I want to give it... Get out of my garden. Leave my rabbit alone. I don't detest cats. It's just something about them. Something about an animal that someone buys and then they roam free to shit in other people's gardens and make those horrid sounds in the middle of the night, waking you up. Have a cat, but keep it on a lead or keep it indoors or something, or have a garden that it can't get out of. Dan Bees, good to have you here. Kelly says, shut your lips. It's going to be hard for me to talk, and if I can't talk, it's going to be a very, very boring live broadcast. Why is there an Oreo on the wall? It's not an Oreo, it's a bit weird kind of crafting stuff that my sister did for my mum. I don't know why. My mum loves it. I've had it up to here with my sister and her crafting and her vegetarian ways, and she's about to have another baby, and it's all about that, isn't it? Oh dear, bloody sisters. I'm not going to fist anyone, and don't call me daddy. It makes me very uncomfortable. Ooh, Joe Fielding's come in with an excellent question. Are we saying red sauce or brown sauce with the sausage sandwich? I tell you what, mate, I'm a red sauce kind of guy all the time, even on a sausage sandwich. And I know that shocks some people, but that's just the way I roll. Josh Nib, how you doing, son? Do I prefer a push-along mower or a ride-along? I tell you what, Mikey, I would love a ride-on mower, but we've got a tiny garden. However, once, the Facebook fame has cashed in somehow, I will get a bigger house and I will get a ride-along mower and I will get a crown to put on my head and I will ride round and round that garden. However, I do like pushing the mowers as well. It's quite therapeutic. Charlie says racist. How am I racist? I'm massively against racism, you spasmoid. Joe Williams, how are you doing? Hey up. Noah. Do I like Tottenham Hotspur? Nothing against Tottenham. Not one of my favourite teams. They're perpetually slightly disappointing, aren't they? You get excited about some good English talent, you think they're going to do something, and then it's boring. Why don't I like Harambe? I do like Harambe. I just made a mistake, for goodness sake. Luca, good to have you here. Lexi, Sam Middleton, hey up. Hey up, Callums Corner from Hamish, but not the rapey Hamish. He's just a normal one, so don't give him any hatred. Took that post down in the end, by the way. That other Hamish, the rapey one, he messaged me and he apologised and made some excuses. So I took it down in the kind of what do you say? Just out of fairness, really. I don't want anyone to get hate mail or anything. Alfie Rimmer says, guess what? Hit me, Alfie. Tell me what. Lewis, how you doing, son? Lewis Holland. Brad Clark. What else have we got going on? What's your rabbit's name? I had a rabbit named Roger. He is no longer with us now, which I don't like to talk about too much. And I've still got one left called Zaza, named after Zaza Bazaar, the finest buffet restaurant in Bristol. Absolutely love it. Reese, I'm just having a water, mate. But once this finishes, I may have a couple of beers. What else have we got going on? Shout out from Mitchell, no problem. Lucy, glad to have you here. Your ears are too kind. Mark, sorry, your words are too kind. Mark, my ears are not pinned back. They are just that way so they cannot get pulled in a combat situation. Look at what happened to the footballer Jeremy Menez the other night. He's had half his ear ripped off in a tackle. That's not happening to me because they stick close to my head. Who's laughing now? Callum, that's who. Some of you have been asking if I get nervous before I do my live broadcasts. Nerves are a funny thing. Nerves, fear, I confront them as soon as it comes. I don't really feel them anymore. As a young lad, I realised that's only going to hold you back. And now when I feel fear or nerves, I just eat that fear, eat those nerves. They make an aperitif for me. I snack on them. Steak, pie, or meat and potato. Meat and potato for me, Luke. Show us self-defence. I can't do self-defence when I'm live, Becca. I need to set up a camera or get someone to hold it. It would just be weird now if I was trying to do all of that. But if people want more self-defence, I'm happy to keep putting them out there. I want people to be safe. Harry, stop asking me to fist you. It's just weird. Do I like Man United? No, not particularly. As a Blackburn Rovers fan, they were one of our biggest rivals back in the early 90s when we won the league. They're a fantastically successful team, but they don't do an awful lot for me. But I'm really intrigued to see what they do under Mourinho. That will be good fun, I think. Lewis Burley, Lexi Healy, good to have you here. What else have we got going on there? Do I like chicken nuggets? Not particularly. They're my least favourite type of fried chicken, if I'm honest with you. Prefer a nice, just a normal chicken breast battered or something. Miles says we can have a McDonald's together. Maybe one day. Leeds United or Manchester United, I couldn't choose, to be honest with you. But I do like fallen giants like Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield Wednesday, big clubs like that in the lower leagues. I do kind of root for a little bit, and of course my team Blackburn Rovers. We got there. Josie Hills, no problem to have a shout out. Joe Castle, shout out. Matthew says, did Roger have a big todger? What kind of question is that? No, he had a little rabbit willy. It's a tiny little pink thing, smaller than my fingers. Tiny, weird looking thing it was. Ricky Banterfather, you can have a shout out, no problem. Alex Escobar, no worries. You want shouting out, I will try and do it. Do you have a nice head? You know I have a nice head, Niles. Colby Nile. I have made that very clear. Loving the hairstyle. I'll tell you what, I need to shave my head again. It's getting too long. It's looking like a microphone. Yes, a tic-tac microphone. Boop, 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 boop. Harry says he literally thinks I'm a legend. That is way too kind of you, Harvey. Harvey Chalmers. But thank you very much. You look like Cameron Simpson. Don't know who that is. Joel, one of my rabbits is still alive, Zaza. She's lonely without Roger, who was taken, but I'm going to get a guinea pig to keep her company. Anisha Wharton wants a shout out. No problem. Blake, do one, you little spasmoid. Isaac Winfield, how are you doing? Peanut M&M's or your head, says Dean Shaw, but he has put M&M's as in the white wrapper. You know M&M is an M and symbol and an M as in the sweetie, not the wrapper from America. I think you've got a little bit confused about what I'm saying. I can crush. Either that or you're a spasmoid. Someone's calling me a pea head. It couldn't be less pea headed, could it? A pea is round and my head is most definitely not round. A tic tac isn't round. Show us how tall I am. No problem. I'm happy to demonstrate that. Look at that. Look at that above the bloody line. The ceiling, massive, massive. Yes, the head takes up the screen, Adam. That's because I'm close to it. Blake, you are starting to annoy me a little bit. I think I'm just going to flick you off the page in a minute. Brogan, how you doing? Thanks for the rest in peace for Roger there, James. I appreciate that. Portia, you can have a shout out, no problem. Gunners, people, what does that mean? Is he talking about Arsenal? I like Arsenal quite a lot, to be honest with you. They play very pleasing football. Got no problems with Arsenal at all. Oven chips are better than everything, says Kelhay. What are you on? Oven chips are gross. They're the worst kind of chip going. Josie Hills. My nan is scouted for Wigan in central attacking midfielder. Okay, Callum, that's an interesting comment there. Miles Rendell. Aaron Wynn. You can have a shout out. So, I'm just kind of saying people's names at the moment. I hope you're all enjoying this site. You know, if you've got any video requests, video ideas, please feel free to hit me up. I'm more than happy to make for you what I will. Just done a couple of little videos recently, nothing major, nothing big. But I've got some plans, got some interesting plans coming up for you over the next couple of days and couple of weeks. If anyone's around Bristol, give me a holler and we could perhaps do a little live video in the city or something. I'm quite keen to get out there and about, meeting people. I think, you know, living on the edge is where it's at, isn't it? That's what I'm all about. My nose, thank you very much, Gabrielle. It's a lovely nose. Mark Blade, can I have a shout out? Mr. Jackson, I don't know how you pronounce your first name. Is it Camarian Jackson? You can have a shout out. Why not? Why not? Bethany, you can have a shout out. Oh, look, I've just found I can ban people while they're on here. So if that little spasmoid comes in again, I'm going to flick him off. Yeah. Kendall Pelfreyman, please reply to my message. I'm trying to reply to the messages, man. It's so insane. I try and type a reply to one and there's 5 more in there. The trouble is, half of them are just people calling me Tic Tac Head, but you don't know until you open them, do you? And you open it and someone's called you a Tic Tac Head. Big whoop. So you leave it and you go on to one nice message to try and reply. And 5 minutes later, the person calling you Tic Tac Head is whining. Oh, why haven't you replied? Why haven't you replied? Why would I reply to that, you spasmoid? Got no time. I've got no M&Ms here, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would crush one, Dom. I'm in the mood for that. Corey says, arrogant. Well, that's your opinion, Corey. If you don't like it, you can just buzz off, can't you? You know, it's the page that I've made, that I'm making videos on, that I'm running. If you don't like it, just buzz off. Your opinion is not that important to me. Go on your own page. Lewis Marsden. Hull City, yeah, I didn't think you deserved to come up this year, but I've got no hard feelings against you. Shame you let Steve Bruce go. Funny times at your club at the moment, isn't it? Nazareth, you can have a shout out with a name like that. Absolutely you can. Lewis, shout out. Can you give me a shout out and I'll get my girlfriend to blow you? Harry, you don't need to do that, son, but I'll happily give you a shout out. What type of beans, says Luke Jackson, is going to be more kind of effective when utilising the spin move? You've got to say Heinz beans. You know, you get what you pay for. They're kind of Savers beans and stuff. They're watery inside, and I'm sure the tin's a bit thinner, so go for the Heinz beans. Spend that extra 50p or something. Be safe. FIFA video, I tell you what, Carl, that is a great shout. I would love to do a couple of little live gaming videos. I'd like to set something up where some of my fans can play me online, actually, and we can do a couple of little videos. That would be good fun, wouldn't it? McDonald's or KFC, says Maya Bell. I can't decide. I mean, normally McDonald's, but sometimes you just can't beat a KFC, especially with their special mayonnaise sauce that they put in there. Gorgeous. Luke, I'm good. Callum, let's have a Nando's. I do enjoy Nando's. I won't say cheeky Nando's because that saying makes me sick. Boom, boom, boom. Mike, good to have you here. Lewis, you can't hear me. Oh no, it's a shame. I don't know what I've done there. Gosh, so many. Emily says, reply to my message. I will try and dig it out, Emily. It's really hard though. There's even more in there now. It's so difficult. Can I sleep with my eyes open, says Harry. Yes, I can sleep while I'm walking. I can, and I have done it. Just fall into this trance and I'm asleep, but I'm walking. I can definitely do it with my eyes open. Have I ever thought about the UFC? I tell you what, George, as tough as I am, and you know, the moves that the gifts that I very clearly have, I wouldn't fight in the UFC. Fighting is something that is done when it absolutely has to be done, when you've got to defend yourself or when someone's a massive spasmoid. I wouldn't do it for entertainment. It's wrong. It's wrong. You shouldn't be hurting people for entertainment. Well, in my view, not that I don't enjoy watching the UFC, and I do enjoy watching boxing as well, but personally, I think it'd be wrong for someone with my ability to just go and hurt people for entertainment. It wouldn't be fair on the others. Okay, Emily, I am going to look up your message. Reese Walker says fat. Not fat. Jack and Jack. Oh, two Jacks want a shout out. Jack and Jack, you can have a shout out together. You two should chat. You're both called Jack. Gosh, there's so many messages coming in. What console do I play on? Currently, I'm on a PS3, but I would like to upgrade quite shortly, and I'll probably go on to an Xbox, to be honest with you, a new Xbox, or maybe a PS4. Hit me back with ideas, what you think's better. I like your input. Will I do another live stream soon? If you guys like them, I feel this must be boring for you, me just chatting at you, but if you guys like the live streams, yeah, I can do another one soon. Why not? Xander Johnson, say my name. Oh, that's like that Destiny's Child song. Say my name, say my name. I bloody love them. Bloody love them. We could talk about the Black Eyed Peas for a little bit. I'd like to know what you guys' favourite Black Eyed Peas songs are. I mean, you can't. Oh, there's so many good ones, isn't there? There's the Boom Boom Boom, the one, their first one that was massive. And there's also that one that goes Dirty Bit. I love that. It just suddenly goes all funky, Dirty Bit, and I'm just dancing away. And there's the one where Fergie's singing a lot on it about her humps. I quite like that as well. Cheers, David Moore. You are very too kind. Ben says 1.2k viewers. Is that how many people are watching? That's mad, isn't it? That's mad. There's even people watching from another country, I heard earlier. This guy from America. It's crazy. It's crazy. You look like a minion. Well done, Sophie. And there's absolutely nothing wrong at all with you, I'm sure. Do I wear shin pads when playing football? No. Why would I wear shin pads? Absolutely not. And plus, it restricts me as well. I like the freedom. Plus, I don't need them. Clayton Wilson says, kick me off your page. Kick me off your page. There we go. Done. What else have we got going on there? Paul Robinson. Hey, name of an ex-Blackburn Rovers goalkeeper. Of course, you can have a shout out. Have you heard the song? Oh, Alex. Pathetic. It's pathetic. Oh, buzz. Why is there a phone number appearing on there? That's probably not safe for you to be putting your phone number on there, Harry. I wouldn't be doing that. I'll tell you what. I've got a massive hankering for Ferrero Rocher. I'm going to go down the shop after this, get a couple of beers and some Ferrero Rocher and celebrate my live broadcast in style. You cannot beat a Ferrero Rocher. And if you haven't watched it, I've done a lovely video ages ago on confectionery in the formal and informal settings. Ferrero Rocher included in there, and it's well worth a little watch. Right. I think it's probably about time to wrap it up. You must be getting bored of me. I'm getting bored of hearing my own voice now. But if you're in Bristol, hit me up and we could maybe do a little live video soon. And I am working on getting around to meet some more of you. Hey up, and thank you for watching Callum's Corner.